Now I'm gonna add in the low end. Now I'm taking the low end out. This particular technique doesn't work always, but if the tempo's right and the drum kit's right and the drummer's right, it's unreal. I can't take credit for this. Steve Albini was one of the first guys to show me how to record, and he used to do this on his console. So I was on analog tape for about 13 years of my first records, and when I wanted more low end out of the kick drum, I always had 2 channels that I would make to add the low end for the kick drum. So this is what I'm going to show you. You can do this in Pro Tools or whatever DAW you work on, Universal Audio. Basically getting the kick drum mic and I'm sending it to an aux. In that aux, I'm going to be using an EQ. You have to listen to the kick drum. And then I'm basically boosting around 35, which because I use tape, there's something between 35 and 40 hertz that feels really good to me. So I bump that frequency and I cut everything above that. Then that bus, I make another auxiliary, I duplicate it, same EQ. So I have original kick drum, I just made a new auxiliary. That auxiliary has the low end frequencies which I boost. I'm sending that to another aux, and I've duplicated that EQ. So it has identical, whatever I boosted in the low end that I loved, is now going out of 2 auxiliaries. Then I'm sending the second auxiliary I made, feeding it back in to the first auxiliary. It basically sends almost like a feedback loop on the EQ. And if I raise it loud enough, it becomes to oscillate. So it just goes, and your speakers look like they're gonna blow. So it's a simple technique that aren't necessarily a plug-in. I come from an old school world of analog consoles, analog tape machines. To me, in my ears, that sounds like a wonderful, you can even say a tape saturation of low end. But when I'm mixing it, that sounds cool. So I'll put a little bit of the music with it so you can hear it in the context of the band. So here's with the low end in, and I'll add some elements of the song.